Hello and welcome to Silverhill Duck. My name is Micheal Briody. I'm the Managing Director here for the last 13 years. Founded in 1962, Silverhill Duck began operations here in Emmyvale, County Monaghan with just 6 ducks. Fast forward to 2024, we employ over 240 people, we export to over 30 countries and produce over 4 million ducks every year. Today we're going to give you an insight into our operations, and we're going to start that now with our breeding farm in Ocklacloy.
Welcome to one of our breeding farms. So we have 4 breeding farms in the Silverhill portfolio. The eggs are laid here, collected every morning by a team of workers. Then they're cleaned and packed off and sent to our hatchery, which is about 10 minutes drive away. So this is one of 4. There's about 10,000 eggs a day leaving here that contribute to the overall production of about 80 to 90,000 a week. So this is where the process starts. Basically, without the egg, you can't have our full production cycle. So this is basically where the whole production area starts and then goes through the whole process that you'll see later on.
We're a very vertically integrated company here in Silverhill, and by that I mean that we start off, we own all our breeding stock, and to do that we have 9 breeding farms north and south of the border. The product out of that is over 100,000 eggs per week. From that, they are sort of shipped to one of our 2 hatcheries. The egg goes into the hatchery for 28 days, and out of that then produces the day old. The day olds are then shipped to one of our 25 contract growers. Contract growers, some of them, the most northernmost are in Donegal, southernmost are in County Waterford. So from there, then 42 days later, the duckling then is transferred back to the processing plant, where we take it in for sort of slaughter, evisceration, grading and packing.
The next area of the production plant that we'll go into is called the grading hall, and this is where the boards are actually selected into whether they're head-on quality or oven-ready, which is head-off quality. So at this stage they've already come through the pluck and wax and evisceration process, through the air chill, and now they're ready to be packed off into bags for the customers. So depending on the weight, on whether the customer wants it to head on or head off, the girls then pack them into the bags and they go off to the customer. So let's take a look at what's happening in the production plant. So this is the grading hall. This is where the boards, once they come through the air chill, they go to the back of the room where they're selected based on whether they're head-on quality or oven-ready quality, which is head-off. And so that depending on what they're selected, they go to either side of the room. The head-on boards are mainly for our Chinese customers. So they are picked by weight. Each board has a weight cell attached in the line, where if it's in the correct 100 gram weight band, it gets flipped off into the bins. And similarly on the other side, if the oven-ready board with the correct weight, they get flipped off. Well, the girls then pack them into the bags, put them into crates, where they go for packing off into boxes and then stacked into pallets to go to the cold store. So here we are in the processing plant again, and this is the boning hall area. So this is where the ducks that were packed off earlier, left to mature for 8 hours. They're brought here, and the guys here on the coning line portion them into the different products that we need. So it's mainly fillets, legs, the heads, the feet and the necks go to Chinese customers in Hong Kong. The wing tips and the joints also go to food service customers. So what's happening here, the guys slice down on the bird's carcass and they cut off the various parts. They're weighed then to make sure that they're the correct spec and put into the various portion types. So you have food service fillets, retail fillets, same for legs, and then they're brought to the cooking plant if they need to be further processed.
There's no doubt about it, one of the biggest challenges, and it's an exciting challenge actually, is our drive towards sustainability. We here in Silverhill Duck, we use all parts of the duck and have done for numerous years. All of our feathers are harvested and we get the down from it, and that goes into duvets and pillows which are sold in hotels around the world. All of the offal is harvested as well, and many parts of the duck that are not used are sent for pet food consumption as well. So we don't waste any part of the duck. We're very, very particular about that. We are making inroads as well on improving our feed conversion which then will allow us to reduce the amount of organic waste that's produced by the duck in the growing farms.
So here we are now in the preparation area of our boning hall. So this is where the products are tumbled and marinated overnight, ready to be prepared for cooking. So this is our tumbler where the products put in and the herbs and spices are added. This is the herbs and spice station. So this is our secret blend of herbs and spices for our garlic and black pepper legs, also using our confit legs. So the product is put in, tumbled for 15 minutes, and then Mantis comes and tumbles them out into the bin where they're brought for preparation for cooking later on.
Has it been plain sailing here on getting to where we are today? Not at all. Like, you know, for the last number of years, we've nearly been in permanent crisis mode. In 2020, the worldwide pandemic struck, and we had obviously eateries and restaurants, hotels all around the world closing. So our demand reduced, so we had to reduce our supply. That obviously took 2 years to get through, like every other business in the world. But when we got out of that, then we were unfortunately, one of our breeder farms was hit with avian influenza. So while demand started to go back up, then suddenly our supply was reduced. So we went from producing 80,000 ducks a week down to 20,000 ducks a week for a 6-month period. And we kind of, in here we said, right, okay, that's it, done for a 10, 20 year kind of crisis management, but not alone. When we came out of that, the Ukraine-Russian conflict kicked off. There was a huge price increase in wheat, which is our main input into the ducks. That increased by 70%. Obviously there was huge increases in energy costs as well. So we went into a very high inflationary period. But look, it shows the resilience of the company, it shows the resilience of the product, how good it is, and even while customers went for a period of time of not having supply, as soon as it was back on, they were straight back looking on for us, and that demand now has even increased further.
Hi everyone, I'm Julie and we're in our show kitchen now where I'm going to show you how to cook 3 of our products. I'm going to show you how to cook the duck fat chips, the slow cooked confit, and our family favourite, the crispy duck and pancake. So we're going to start off with the potatoes and we're going to pop them into a pot. We choose the roosters as we find they cook up the best, but you can use any potatoes at all. So just fill this up with water and then pop it onto the hob and leave for about 15 minutes to parboil until they're al dente. Then you'll leave them and you will continue on with your duck fat then, where you will add your duck fat to your tray. So just taking a good spoonful. They're that amazing, we would recommend that you cook more than you actually need. So whenever you have your duck fat in your tray, just pop it into the oven so it can heat. And once it's all melted and the fat starts to bubble, then you will add your chips. So now we're going to prepare our chips. They've just been cooked until they're nice and al dente, so they're just easy to cut through, but they're not falling apart. So I recommend cutting them into 4s. Just make sure and leave them for a few minutes to cool down so you can actually handle them. And once you've them all cut up, you add them into your hot fat. Try not to stack them on top of each other just so they can all absorb all that nice fat, and then place them into the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes until they're nice and crispy. So now I'm going to show you how to cook our award-winning confit duck. So this recently won a Golden Fork Award for the great taste. So it's very popular amongst all our customers and it can be purchased in many retail stores and as well as our farm shop and our online shop. Its flavour is garlic and pepper and it's very tender and succulent. It comes in this packaging, so it's convenient and you can see the product whenever you're taking it out of its packaging. We're going to cook this in the air fryer. The air fryer has become a very popular method for cooking all our products. It's very convenient and again you're getting that restaurant quality at home. So we're going to use the air fryer over here. So simply just remove it from its packaging, So just pop it into your air fryer, keep the tray in as it helps to ensure the fat drips down and ensures your nice crispy skin. So just pop that into your air fryer. We recommend turning it on to the air fry mode and cooking it at 180 degrees for about 15 minutes to ensure it's fully cooked. So this is a ready to reheat product. So this ensures that it's fully reheated through and it ensures that it's a nice crispy skin.
Okay, so here we are in the holding chill area of the cooking plant. We're here beside the ovens where the product that was prepared yesterday will go into the ovens and then cooked out to the various times for the different products that we're selling. So what happened yesterday, we would have tumbled the product in the herbs and spices and it's left to marinate overnight so that it all gets absorbed into the duck meat. So I'll just show you what this looks like. When you open the door here, we can see all the products ready. There's lots of fantastic smells and fragrances when you open Chinese spice, garlic and herb. Typically there's 3 types of products that we do here, a roast duck, a Chinese roast duck and then our confit legs. So you can see the product here was tumbled, left to marinate then at least 8 hours, but typically we do it overnight. So then today they're ready to go into the ovens and prepared. This product here typically goes for our crispy duck and pancake product, really popular amongst retailers, but the star of the show is really our confit duck legs. It's a traditional French recipe that we've been using for the last 30 years, a blend of black pepper, garlic, salt, and then it's cooked in its own duck fat for 2 hours at a temperature of 130 degrees. So what'll happen next is we'll put the product into the oven and then we'll go on through to the cooking plant high care side where we see it packed up. So here we are now in our cooking plant in front of our ovens. Where we seen the legs earlier were tumbled in the herbs and spices, put into trays and their own fat added. This is to make our confit duck leg. It's a traditional French product. We use a traditional recipe that only 2 people in the whole company know. We've been doing it for the last 30 years so that it's persistent and this product wins a lot of awards for us. So basically it's cooked for 2 hours in its own fat and at a temperature of 130 degrees. So what's happening now is Vitus is checking the temperature with a probe to make sure that it's okay. You then take it into the blast to cool down and then it'll be brought off for packing for our retail and food service customers. So here we are in the high care area of our cooking plant. You've seen the product coming out of the hot tin there, the legs, and they're coming over here now to get packed on our backpack machine. So the process is that the legs are cooked for 3 hours in their own fat, very slow cooking, so that at the end of it, the product is really succulent and the meat falls off the bone, it's really tender. So we sell this product all over the world, sell it in Singapore, sell it in the Middle East, a lot of it retailers and food service restaurants here in Ireland and the UK. We try and make it easy for the customer. All the customer has to do is put it into the oven for 20-25 minutes just to reheat it and crisp up the skin. And it means that you have a really consistent product, really tasty. So what happens here is it's packed off, goes into a retail pack, goes into a case, and then it's sent over to our packaging area where it's put onto a pallet and then sent out to the customer, whether that's a retailer or a food service customer. And then eventually it ends up on the dinner plate. This is the low-K area of the cooking plant where the product has been put into the tray and cobweb sealed, comes through the hole in the wall where it's sleeved off here, then comes up the belt to go through the metal detector to make sure that there's no foreign objects, and then goes through to get boxed off and put into packs at the end. So this is our confit duck leg retail pack. It's one of our best products, most award-winning. So the customer just takes it out of the pack, pops it into the oven, and then has a nice meal at the end of 20-25 minutes. So here we are now with the product boxed up, ready to go to the customer. So this product has been through the whole process, came in yesterday morning, was cooked this morning and packed off. So there's a 24-hour turnaround. So you'll get this product in any good butcher or retailer all over Ireland. So this is ready now for the customer just to pop into the oven and make their lunch. So we'll go and see how Julie's getting on in the kitchen and hopefully get some dinner.
The Silver Hill duck is why we're so different and why we're so unique is because we have this exclusive, unique breed of duck. All right, we're the only ones in the world that has this Silver Hill genotype. Why is it different? The end product is that we have a really crispy skin, and along with that crispy skin, we've got succulent, tender, moist meat, and that's what's sought after in the Chinese, Asian cuisine premium markets that we sell into. Initially in the mid-80s, we broke into the UK market, specifically in Chinatown in London. That business has grown along with Chinatown in Manchester and Birmingham, and that was our stronghold of our business right up onto 15 years ago. And that still is our biggest market today, even after Brexit, right? But since that, we've also grown into markets in Paris and in Amsterdam, and more recently then into Southeast Asia. We started there in 2014 in Singapore, and we're in over 300 outlets there today. We've broken into Hong Kong as well, and we have targets then, the sort of target markets over there that we're trying to get market access into more markets. The duck is very much sought after in that part of the world, as it is in the Middle East. And only as recently as 2 years ago, we got breakthrough into United Arab Emirates, and only last year then into Saudi Arabia. But we also have more coverage then in that Middle Eastern area in Kuwait, Qatar as well. And the Middle East coupled with Southeast Asia is our growth area, along with the island of Ireland here, which we mustn't forget was our original and first market.
So now we're going to show you how to cook our crispy duck and pancake. As I said earlier, this is a firm family favourite. We find that it's suitable for all the family, kids and all, so it's a great one to try. Again, like the confit, it is available in many retail stores, and again, you're getting your restaurant quality at home, which is really convenient, especially if it's for the whole family. You can enjoy it together. So this is what you'll receive. So you'll receive your crispy duck and pancake or half roast. You'll have your pancakes and your sauce. So it's a meal in one kit. And again, it's just going to be put in the air fryer as well. So again, if you feel like you'd like to have the confit and the crispy duck and pancake together, you can cook them in the air fryer at the one time. Just remove your half roast. It's done in a BCR spice, so it's your Chinese style spice. It's very tasty. It's the favourite amongst the Chinese restaurants, and I'm sure you are familiar with it. Just pop it on and cook it at, I would recommend 200 degrees to ensure that nice crispy skin to give you that crispiness for your pancakes. Put it onto the air fry mode and do it at 200 degrees for 20 minutes. So you get your pancakes and your hoisin sauce to serve your crispy duck and pancake alongside. We also recommend serving it with cucumber and scallion. So I'm just going to prepare the cucumber now. So this adds a nice freshness along with the richness of the spices from the half roast. And then just remove the centre of the cucumber, as it can tend to leave a bit of a wetness if we don't remove that there. So just use your spoon and run it down the centre, and then just discard off your cucumber inside there. Probably about half a cucumber is enough. Now that you've scooped out the inside, just take your cucumber and cut it in halves again and put into nice fine strips. So then you can add them into your pancakes. As I say, this just leaves it nice and refreshing. We tend to like to present this as a DIY kit, so pop it out onto a plate and let everyone grab what they like. So it's a traditional way in the Chinese market to serve the crispy duck and pancakes by slicing these nice and thinly. So now we're just going to prepare our scallions. So just removing the bottom of the scallions, just then slice them in half. Again, this adds a nice depth of flavour whenever you're putting the crispy duck inside the pancakes with the cucumber. So again, just slice these nice and fine. Finer the better, we find, as you don't want to overbulk the pancakes. Again, we're using simple vegetables, so a lot of kids love cucumber and that, so they mightn't eat the scallions, but they'll enjoy the cucumber as well. Now, and as I said, then just pop them onto a plate with the cucumber alongside your pancakes and serve your crispy duck, which I'll show you how to shred now. So that's our prep done for the pancakes, cucumber and scallions for the crispy duck and pancake. And whilst the duck is continuing to cook in the oven, we're just going to set that to the side and check on our chips. So as you'll see, they're starting to crisp up nicely there. So just take a spoon and give them a mix round. Make sure they absorb all that nice fat and ensure that they've become a nice golden crispy colour. And just pop them back into the oven to continue browning.
We're in a fortunate position here in Silver Hill Duck that demand is outstripping our supply. So we have plans in place to increase our production up to 120,000 ducks per week. And to do that will involve building a brand new facility here in our original site in Emmyvale, County Monaghan. To do that, we will also sort of be engaging in a lot of initiatives that's going to make our duck more efficient to produce, which will be sort of more energy efficient. We'll be using solar panels largely for 30% of the energy used in the plant. We'll be reducing the consumption of water per duck as well. So overall, it will be part of our drive towards sustainability, which Silver Hill Duck, as well as all farming enterprises, have to contribute and be part of that sort of kind of climate action for 2030.
We use every part of the duck and are very proud to do so. So we're here in our feather plant where we basically wash, dry and grade the different types of feathers that come from the duck. This is our industrial washing machine. So the feathers come in from the plant and are loaded up here and go through a washing cycle, as you can see, a bit like your one at home, but a little bit more high tech. So it goes through a cycle, then gets brought over to our weigh cell where they're loaded up here, and the same amount of feathers have to go into the dryer each time to make sure there's consistency in the quality of the down. The feathers then come into an industrial tumble dryer. So again, very high temperature where the moisture is taken out of the down. So the feathers then come from our dryer over into our sorter, which is basically a big wooden box that operates on air pressure and gravity. So the heavy feathers fall down, and as you move across to the different chambers, the lighter feathers keep moving across. Then we get to the end chamber, which is full of down, which is the most valuable part of the feather. So I'd just like to show you something. Why the down is so valuable is its bounce back ability. So I put this back, and then I'd like to take and show you some of our finished product. Here we are with the finished product, your duck down duvet and pillows. We supply these to a lot of the high-end hotels around Ireland. A fantastic use of our waste product, and you can actually get your own duck down duvet and pillow if you go online to silverhilldown.ie.
We're just going to remove our nice crispy half roast from the air fryer. So that's taken 20 minutes there. And as you can see, it is nicely coloured and is nice and crisp. So I'm just going to get a chopping board, take it out and then begin to shred it. So remove the skin and pop it to the side. So I'm just going to pop it into the air fryer here and just begin shredding it away. So because this has been cooked prior to in our factory here, whenever you reheat it, it becomes extremely tender and it just shreds away from the bone. And again, whenever you're shredding this, you'll soon get your taste buds going whenever you start smelling that nice aromatic spice coming through. As you can see, it comes away straight from the bone, so there's no wastage with the whole duck. Ensure you keep that nice crispy skin to the side for dicing it up and putting it with your pancakes. So the great thing about shredding our duck is that it has the extra crispy skin from our unique breed with the higher fat content, which contributes to the nice tender meat. You don't have to do anything fancy with this. You're getting a restaurant quality meal at home with just by popping it into a bowl and sharing it with your family. So we're now going to plate up our shredded duck. We're going to pop that into a bowl. That's our preferred method of serving this product, as it's nice that all the family can just grab whatever they'd like. Keeps it nice and informal as well. There's our shredded duck alongside pancakes, hoisin sauce, and now we're just going to grab the confit and plate it up with the chips. So our confit's now done. It's nice and golden and crispy. So we'll just pop that onto our plate here. Again, these confit legs will fall off the bone. They're cooked nice and slow in our cooking plant here, and then it's just a ready to reheat product, so that ensures that they're nice and tender. I'm just going to grab the chips from the oven. Just be careful whenever you're removing these, as the fat will be very hot. As you'll see, they have become a nice golden brown colour, and they've got a good crisp to them. And just serve. Just ensure to add some salt to them and serve. So there are 3 products that we've just cooked for you: the slow cooked confit leg, the duck fat chip, and the crispy duck and pancake. And it's sure to be a family favourite with you all.
Every time we go and meet our customers, it's a memorable experience, and seeing their reaction is always sort of kind of really heartening for all the workers here. For me specifically, like, you know, we go to trade shows, you kind of see customers sampling the product for the first time, and that's just brilliant. We've had some great milestones here over the years as well. We moved into our Centre of Excellence here in 2016, which is one of the state of the art for what it is here right in Emmyvale, and that was a proud moment. We do have plans to sort of move into the new plant, as I mentioned already as well, and that's going to be another big milestone. Breaking into new markets is another milestone. Like, we've got, you know, it is difficult to get market access for poultry from time to time, specifically in Middle East and Southeast Asia, but every time we get one of those over the line, it's a big celebration moment here within the company. And we get management awards and all of those, and quality awards, quality accreditations too. All of those are sort of seminal moments, and ones that, you know, we enjoy and we celebrate as a team here in Silver Hill.
So that's us, folks. You've seen everything from the duck coming in at the start of the day to our final delivery here of duvets and pillows and duck products to our farm shop in Emmyvale. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe, and please comment as well. We'd love to hear all comments about the products and what we do. If you have any queries, feel free to contact us or go on to the website on silverhillduck.com. So that's me for the day. I'm going to head off here now, and thanks again.